I'm Tony, and I have a passion for cultivating successful people. Now, I'm a veteran, and I'm happy to serve. Oh, now, you're going to salute me. You're going to salute me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Salute to you as well. And I have a gift for getting results and also helping others to get results. So if you have goals you're trying to achieve, you want to build a better mindset, or you just simply want to elevate, then stand by. This is cultivation.
Welcome to Cultivation, Growth Talks from a Veteran. I'm your host, Tony Tone, and I want to thank you in advance for your time, right? I want to thank you in advance for your time. See, in this podcast, I'm not a life guru. I'm just not afraid to share my experience. And my experiences, it can be applied whether you military or you civilian. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers that went out to my family as we had our loss, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Thank you for your thoughts. Uh, Thank you for your feedback on my last video, of course, right? I appreciate that. Thank you. Y'all helped me reach my goal for downloads and subscribers. And also, it became like my highest viewed video. So I appreciate that. Thank y'all for that. Trust me, thank y'all for that. That's a really big deal. Thank you. Check it out if you haven't already for that video. And before you do anything else, right? Anything, drop a like, also subscribe, right? Later on, share and comment also before you go, right? Please do that for me, all right? Also, check me out on the podcast directories and whatnot. Your favorite podcast directory, just check me out. Don't forget to add me on Twitter and all that good stuff. And you can check all that information out in my descriptions. You'll be able to find it easily, all right? So, thank you. I appreciate that. Before we go on, I want you to remember everybody deployed, right? Remember everybody deployed. Reach out to all your loved ones. Reach out to all your loved ones in the military on deployment, all that good stuff. Send them a message, send them a care package. Let them know you love them. You know, send them a letter, all that good stuff. Salute to all the veterans out there. I appreciate y'all. I'm happy to serve with y'all. Thank you for your service, man. For real, for real. All right, so moving on. Episode 18. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. You better love your folks or else. Or else, man, from my perspective. We're going to get into it. Now, I know in the last episode I talked about the big picture series, and that episode we was going to be talking about going back to the ideas about the life you want to live. But for this one, I think this is an exception. So we're gonna skip that for now. We're gonna do that in the next episode, right? So moving on. I want to say that since I've been in the military, and I'm not gonna lie, man, like I put a little bit too much time in the Navy life, man. I mean, too much time. And during my life in the Navy, I'll be honest, man. I miss birthdays. Like I miss so many of my children's birthdays, man. Like I probably only made like about maybe three of them. Honestly, maybe only about three of them, man. And that sucks, man. I hate that every day, man. You know, just being away, my time in Japan, and being at sea all the time and whatnot. Crazy, man. I've I've missed many family moments. Well, before that, like I miss not just my kids' birthdays, but my nieces, nephews, my friends, all of them. I miss a lot of birthdays, right? I'm moving on. I miss a lot of family members' moments, man. Many family moments. I miss those, man. My great grandma passed, man. I miss that. I was on deployment again. Um, I missed, just a whole bunch of family gatherings, whole bunch of stuff happening that I'm just not there for, man. My niece, my oldest niece, she had a sweet 16. I see all the pictures from that. I'm like, oh man, it's rough, man. I miss a lot of those family moments, man. I miss a lot of opportunities to grow with my friends, man. I mean, we grew up when we were kids, but then just in the adulthood with two of my good friends, my best friends, Buck and Rob, man. Like I miss a lot of those opportunities being in this military stuff, man. And I miss them so much. And I could hit them up at any point and let them know what it is. And they always show that love back. So I appreciate them for that, man. But I miss so many of the moments with them. I got people calling them their best friends now. I'm like, hold up, nah, hold up, man. Nah, you're not stealing my best friend. We're not doing that, man. All right, so I missed that, but it's all good, right? I'm making that time back this year. I miss a lot of key moments with my childrens, man. I missed the first basketball games, first track meet. I missed moments where they made championships, first football game, first bike ride, all that stuff, man. So many key moments I miss with my children, man. Unfortunately, most of the time is spent over the phone and over the internet, FaceTime and things like that. That's a little rough, man. It's a little rough. I think about that every day. I regret those things every day. And then many, many chances I got to experience with my sister V, who I'll talk a little bit more about. She passed, man, and that's rough right there for me, man. That's really rough. All right, so for my sister, like I'm not gonna lie, man, she was hella funny, man. She was so loving. She was like so good to be around, man. She was always joking and whatnot. She was cool. She looked out for everybody, man. Everybody. And I mean, all my people that knew her, they loved her, man. And when she passed and when she was going through her stuff, man, the whole family, man, they were just at a high emotional state, and I'll explain that a little bit later because not her, I mean, I'd rather it be me, but not her. I mean, it couldn't happen to a worse person. I mean, it couldn't have. Uh, that thing shouldn't have happened, man. But that's life sometimes, right? And trust me, if you know her, you will love her, right? So my sister, she's gone, and I can't believe I'm still saying that. I can't believe I'm saying that now. She's gone. She's been battling cancer for almost 9 months. Gone. And no matter what I do, no matter what I do, I could look up to the sky. Hey, sis, I miss you. I can write poems. She's never gonna read those. Facebook posts. She don't have Facebook. Letters. I can write all those letters. No matter what, she's never gonna see any of that stuff, man. And I'm never, ever, 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 never, ever going to see her again in this life, man. Ever. And I tell you, I wish I could switch with her right now, man. That's how I feel. She almost made it out of her 30s. Almost, man. Almost there. Almost made it out of her 30s. But one of the highlights of our time together in her last days, I prayed with her and I let her know that I loved her, man. And I know she's in heaven, man. I know she's in heaven. And I just have to fight and accept that. Right now is not enough for me, I'll be honest, but I'm struggling with that. And I was drinking a little heavy and I was dealing with it, man. I mean, I stop at all that now, but it's just going to take time and prayer, man. And I'm not the only one that's dealing with that. A lot of family is dealing with that, man. If you know my family, reach out, man. If you want to send me some encouragement, man, I appreciate that, man, because it's tough, man. It's tough. Now, over the past few weeks, while I was out of town taking care of my sister and whatnot, so much happened during that time. I mean, so much. A lot of times it was extra fun. Other times it was extra petty. And then other times it was extra sad. And I just want to share a few of these thoughts. Hopefully, I say something that can help somebody later on in life, man. Maybe make you feel good about yourself. Maybe you laugh. Maybe you do whatever, right? But one thing that happened during that time was uh, me and my siblings, we repaired our relationship with our dad, man. That was dope right there, man. That was really dope. That meant a lot. Anybody that know me and that spoke with me on deployments, man, we talk about my dad, right? We talk about life and whatnot. I always talk about my dad. And my dad, he is like he's a real cool dude, first of all, right? But he's always felt like I've always referred to him as the loneliest man in the world, right? So some time ago, he made a mistake, and he ended up moving out of the house. And throughout the years, he's tried to atone for that, make it right, and change. And there's always family members and different people who were like, shunning him or whatnot, kicking him while he down when he was trying to do the right thing, when he was trying to get better and whatnot. Oh, now you want to come around? Oh, now you want to do that? You know how people do, man. And that kept pushing him back because he felt like, oh damn, maybe they don't want me around. So he felt ashamed. But during the time of my sister going through her sickness, man, he said, you know what? I don't care if they don't want me around. I'm coming anyway. And I really respected that. And so did the rest of my siblings, man. And he came, and even afterwards when we were accepting him and whatnot, one day he called us up and he had me put everybody on speaker so he could hear, so everybody can hear. And he just held himself accountable for everything, man. He apologized for everything. He took responsibility for everything, and he said, "I want to be in y'all lives like consistently the right way. And if y'all don't want to, I understand. But if y'all do, then man, I'm more than willing, and I'll work extra hard to do that, man." And so far, it's working, and we all are super, super happy for that, man. Another thing, I met my brother and sister, and then also my niece. So my brother and sister, my brother, I haven't seen him in like 10 plus. I haven't seen him in 10 plus. And last I saw him, he was a little kid, cussing up a storm. Crazy. I mean, his mouth was terrible, man. You need to wash it out with soap, man. He was always biting his hands, going crazy, right? Cussing. He knew all the complex curses, man. It was crazy, right? And then my sister, 10 plus too, right? I don't think I've ever seen her. I think I just seen her on a picture or something. But this time I seen her, and it was amazing to see it, man. To see her, and I think they're like 19 and 14 years old. If I'm got the ages wrong, I apologize, man. That's just what I remember. It was a blur for those last couple weeks, man. And then my niece Aubrey, man. My niece, she looks just like my son Price, man. They look just alike. And if you see that, you're gonna be like, God, right? Look just alike, and she's so shy, super shy. I've always seen her on FaceTime. Sometimes I get random calls from my big brother, and it's her. And I talk with her because, I mean, I love the kids, right? I love my kids, I love my nieces, nephews, and all that good stuff. So, but it was nice to see her in person, man, for real. So that's all I got with that. Now, moving on, caring for my sister, man. During that time, man, my sister, she was super, super strong even while she was dealing with the cancer, man. And she was so loving, and you could tell like she was trying her hardest, to everything, to stand, to drink, to do whatever. And it was hard to see that. And shout out to my siblings for everything they had to endure. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my cousin Lent because it was tough, man. It was really tough. And shout out to my dad too, man. It was tough. She had the labor to drink, to take medicine, to stand up, to use the bathroom, everything. And it was really hard to see my sister like that. And it was even harder to see the life go from her day to day. Jeez, man. And Then after she went, man, and the day she passed, I knew it. I knew it. And um, just having to be strong for the family, me, my dad, my cousin's husband. We helped the funeral home to prepare her body to take her, and we had the help with binding of her hands and then wrap her up like an Amazon package or something, man. It's something I won't really forget, man. Like it was, man, it was rough, man. It was rough, but I had to be strong for my family, and man, it's don't even know what to say with that, man. But we're getting through it. We're getting through it. A lot of controversy. It came over how we took care of my sister. Now, let me say that